Hi, everyone, and welcome back for another Nurturing Astrology Nugget. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about Venus moving into Capricorn. Venus moves into Capricorn December 9th and will be there until January 2nd, 2023. So this is a good time to get our finances, work, and relationships in order to optimize our ability to manifest and reach all our goals and future success in the new year and beyond. Now, first, Venus is a planet of love and pleasure and relationships, values, finances, and money. And Capricorn is the sign of work and money, also status, maturity, and also can come through those things we can gain over time through challenges, learning hard lessons, hard work. But the goal is to reach those goals, find our purpose, and follow the ultimate life path. And because Venus and Capricorn are connected in these ways and are both about building things that are valuable and enduring, as we work to improve our relationship with money, our sense of self-worth, our values, we naturally then attract loving partners, lasting partnerships, more success. It's a quid pro quo. It's a quick pro quo, if you will. So remember, too, that Venus is a collaborative energy that shows us we can enhance our skills and increase our earning power by combining resources and forces with others. And it also helps us understand and remember that through supporting others, we actually end up then also attracting more for what we want for ourselves. So there's a lot of that balance, right? Venus is about balance. So it's about balancing our needs and desires with others' needs and desires so that we can both create and build something that we want and both be happy and successful, right? So Capricorn also helps us, because it's that ruled by Saturn, that restrictor, it helps us also simplify, get practical, downsize, and invest to ensure we get the most payoff for our investment, for our hard work, and can really actually sustain ourselves long term. So it's like, okay, put in the work, right? It's like, I want all these things and I want to create all these things, but I need to have a plan and a structure and a way to do that. I need to be smart about it. I need to know where I spend my money and where I don't. So Venus moving through Capricorn invites us and likely demands it, for our own good, mind you, to evaluate the structures of our lives, our connections with others, our finances, and how we apply our gifts and our talents, and how we choose to spend our time, goodwill, energy, resources. So Venus enters Capricorn December 9th, a couple days after Mercury does. So it chases Mercury all month long and meets up with it on December 29th, just as Mercury stations retrograde. Okay, so because these two will be traveling together throughout the month and that first leg of the journey for Mercury, Venus is going to get a lot of insight and information that can be working together really well to go, okay, what do we need to do? Who do I need to bring in to help me do this? Do I need to, hire somebody to do that portion of my business that I don't like or don't, I'm not good at? Do I need to learn some more things? So there's a lot of information coming in. And then Venus can get its marching orders when they meet up at the end of the year and keep sort of moving some things forward or sending off certain people to work on things for us while we go back. Also, Mercury goes back to help us, handle some of those details, to get some certain things finished or completed so that we can really be prepared to manage all the things we want to do in the new year. So there's this working relationship the two of them are going to be having, okay? So Capricorn can test us and teach us, lessons the hard way. But remember, with this working within Venus, it really is with the ultimate goal of creating more joy and love and pleasure in our lives. So doing work that we really think is worth doing, for one, so this is a key focus for this, value and work. And do I love what I do? Right? I'll get into more of that. But first, Venus will be answering to Saturn throughout its time in Capricorn. And Saturn is currently in Aquarius for this transit. So just as it was last year at this time. So it gives us a boost of inspiration for making those changes and shakeups, but it's almost like we're revisiting some of the stuff that we tried to get going or wanted to get going, or the seeds were planted in the end of 2021. And we might just still be at this point where, like, oh, I finally have everything I need in place to do that, or the resources, or the understanding, or the knowledge, or the wisdom. And the interesting thing was Venus will move into conjunction December 31st, the last day of the year, with Pluto, making the closing and ending of something this year that's truly final, because Venus met up 3 times with Pluto last year when it went through its retrograde. So there's been a lot of these two working together. Now Mercury is doing the retrograde in Capricorn now. Venus is not, but they're still working together and connected, right? Because they're in the same sign. So when Pluto met up 3 times that last year, this was the beginning of the end, if you will. It was the journey of this long process of letting go. And even through the eclipses that have played out through Scorpio and Taurus this year, where Venus and Mars and Pluto have been involved, it's really been playing a role in that unearthing and transformation process that we've all been going through this year. So we're at this place now where we're like, okay, we can really take stock in a different way, right? Take stock of where we're at in our lives, in our relationships, with our finances, money matters, our work endeavors, and really see that we can align, or what needs to change, evolve, and grow, so that we can align with how we've changed, evolved, and grown. You understand? So this is a big culmination, if you will, of a much bigger energy that began last year at Venus's transit through Capricorn and the retrograde there. So we can really see with this transit, and as we close out the year, that there's really a door closing in a big way so that another one can open. And it may be unclear exactly what that is that's closing just yet. It may be really clear and it's hard to close the door, but it has to close, or you really have to let go. You have to outsource. You have to let go of parts of your business to let other people help you so that you can grow. There's a lot of that letting go of control. So these are all things we've been working through the last year. And now we're coming into a time where we can really see how we need to build things out for that true future success, right? Okay, so just to wrap up easily and quickly, here's a question you can keep in mind, and then a few things to keep in mind and tips maybe. So ask yourself, what are you committed to creating, maintaining, or building that you want to last and support you and those you love for years to come? This is big picture, long-term, consistent support and growth, consistent resources to support your lives, your business, your family, your home. What is that, right? Venus through Capricorn is a beautiful time to figure this out and prepare and lay that groundwork. So you've probably been unearthing and kind of cultivating over the last year or two, and now you're ready. Because with Venus answering to Saturn in Aquarius, this is where we really were shaking up things last year and coming into, well, maybe I should try this, I really want to do something different, or, all the great resignation and people leaving jobs and really trying to find out what their true work and calling in this life was. And so really shaking things up, and that's been happening. So maybe you're actually clearer now what that road forward is, or what it is you really want to do or build going forward. And you can get yourself prepared and be ready to take off in the new year and pursue that. Okay, so value your work and do what you love. And that's the quote that came to me for this energy. Work hard at work worth doing. What really is worth your time and energy and worth working hard on? What are you passionate about and really wanting to turn, into your work? And it's like, what do they say? When you love what you do, it doesn't feel like work, right? So that's the goal. If you do work that's worth doing, it doesn't feel like work. It just feels like fun or joy or passion or pleasure, right? Which is Venus. So also know your worth and be able to ask for it so that you can earn what you're worth in this life, right? And that's a big one. Money is a big one. So speaking of money, budget, spend your money wisely so that you can sustain and last and then also attract more abundance and success. So using your money and budgeting your money and your resources well is really important and a big reminder for when Venus is in Capricorn. So commit also, Capricorn, to what makes you happiest and brings you the most joy, Venus. And commit to building quality relationships and connections and partnerships and relationships with other people, those that you love. Work on the relationships with your family and your loved ones and your partners, but also those people you don't necessarily love that you have to work with or that are just in your surroundings or in your community or in the world, just in general, having more compassion and being a little bit more open to creating bridges, building bridges, and being able to work together in more productive ways. And so Venus and Mercury are very much working together. So even though we don't have Venus retrograde, we have Mercury retrograde in Capricorn while she's kind of moving through there. So it's almost like she's revisiting a little bit of that Capricorn retrograde she had last year to help get those ducks in a row and life in order so that she can really manifest all that she's been dreaming of and wanting to in the new year and beyond that and sustain that, right? So hopefully this has been helpful to give you a little bit of insight on what Venus through Capricorn can initiate and bring in for you. I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to it. It's a great time to slow down and also reflect on, because it's end of the year and Mercury will be going retrograde, what we have accomplished and celebrate what you have accomplished and celebrate what you've let go of and what you've been willing to change about yourself or what you do or your life in order to level up and grow and evolve into and align with who you truly are and what you truly wish to do in this life. So I wish you many, many happy returns for Venus moving through Capricorn, and hopefully you've enjoyed this episode of Nurturing Astrology Nuggets. I will see you on the next one.